Okay, we're gonna start the video. We started with this. Ready? Because I am a hater. I'm happy that no one is talking about Cody's win, and instead they're talking about Nintendo. I can't be the one who was thinking that. Call me what you want. I can't be the one who was thinking it. I'm so happy. Because for like a day, I just had to hear how Cody had the greatest losers run of all time. Which he didn't. Which I'll get into tomorrow. That's not for today's stream. And then HPox went live before him. So he couldn't even have a proper celebration stream. I don't know. I can't believe who finds this stuff funny. It can't just be me. I don't know. It's just funny. I don't know. But yeah, what is this Nintendo stuff? Someone gave me the thread. Let me skim through this real quick. I was looking at some of them and just seeing them and reading them out loud is really funny because they don't make sense. Like I don't understand what they're saying. Blur, I'm trying to explain to these kids because I see. Let me know how you feel, Blur. I'm trying to explain to these people. It's just numb to all the Nintendo stuff. I'm so like, I don't know. It doesn't affect me. I'm just like, well, because you know they do a lot of threatening, and I think they can scare us, and I don't think it works that way, and I don't think they can stop us. I just think they can limit us from growing, which sucks. And I think every Melee player should be making like 6 figures and like doing really well, because I think Melee is a really hard game, and you know, and Melee players work pretty hard for the most part. Some of them are lazy, don't play a lot, play other games, stream other games. You know, they're not all dedicated like me. And I understand that. And it's like, even then, I think most should probably, you know, make more. But that's not the case. And I think it's sad that it's not, like, actually. But I think it's fine, because I don't think anyone's ever gotten into Melee to make money. Although, like, people are like, you shouldn't play for money. But I still think you should get something. You know what I mean? And I think you should still make, you know, like 50, 60K a year. I don't know. Maybe it's not asking for a lot. Maybe it is. I don't know. And yes, you can say, well, Mango, it's easy for you to say. You make a lot of money. You know, you're sitting here with your 6,000 subs, your $350,000 Cloud9 contract. And yeah, I say yeah. But before I had all of this, you see this room, this house that I bought with my hard-worked earned money? I was also a broke smasher for the longest time. There was many times when I won EVO 2013, I had like $200 in my bank account. And then you know how much I made for winning EVO? Like $2 grand. Don't come at me. Don't come at me like I wasn't broke as fuck at one point playing this stupid game. Don't come at me like that. Cause I won't tolerate it. No. You gotta understand, when I went to Pound 3, I used like my last like $500 on that flight, and then I was broke again. And then after that, I was able to rebuild a bank account. That's because I started traveling, started winning. But that's different. The point is, I had to use a lot of money. So that was my freshman year of high school. And then by the end, I did have like 10K, 8K saved. And even then, you know how much I stream? How much I do? How much people love me? I don't even make... Ludwig makes more in a month than I do all year. Who has more talent, me or Lud? Me! And just to throw a quick Lud stray, if he was ugly, he wouldn't even be that successful. So this guy who's just white and better looking than me, it just makes more in a month. So it's not even like I'm making a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, don't come at me with money stuff. That being said, I do think Melee players should make more. And I think at the end of the day, I just feel like Nintendo tries to bluff us. And then some people think like we should just give in. It's just like, what do they like? They like want to control the sponsors and like everything. And like, we don't even want them to do anything. We just want to be left alone. And I think even in a world where nobody wants to sponsor Melee or like, you know, pick up players. Because if, you know, they did make the greatest losers run of all time, surely they would have a team. Because, you know, I'm just saying. So someone's got to give somewhere. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that I think in a world like that, it's fine. Just because, like, again, nobody plays for that. So if they would just leave us alone. I mean, the thing is, everything I've said, I've repeated. You've heard it all a million times. That's why, like, I don't want to go super in on this, because it's just, we say the same shit every time. The same thing happens. We think we're good. We play. For some reason, it's always around Big House. And then, like, it just happens, and I don't know. So it's the same shit. They just remind us, but then they don't do anything. But I think there's probably more happening, like, behind the scenes. And I think ultimately in a world where, because, like, I think a lot of our big tourney people have licenses from what I understand. So if that's the case and, you know, we have our big tournaments that have, you know, licenses, then it's fine. Maybe, you know, we gotta see when somebody tries to get a license what that process is like. If it's annoying, then we kind of know. But if, like, maybe it's not that bad and I don't know, then maybe it's fine. Still sucks. I don't know. Yeah, Slippy Online tournaments are dead. I mean, they've been kind of dead. We lose Coinbox, which kinds of sucks. But, like, online wasn't as popping as it was. I think, if anything, we got our max value out of online during COVID, which is, like, the positive way to look at it. But even then, if I'm being real, this community doesn't deserve online because they treat it like shit. So I hope Nintendo takes it away. So in 1 year, when we don't have online tournaments, be like, man, I'd kill for an online tournament. Yeah, I bet you would have, you fucking bitch. Maybe you should have cared more when it was around. Maybe. That's my inner beef. But, you know, Nintendo shouldn't take it. But I do wish this community did view online a little different. And if we lose it, then, you know, we're back to where we were. I mean, locals, the thing is, like, if somebody hosts a local with, like, 50 viewers, are they gonna, or 50 entrants, like, are they gonna do anything? Like, look, like, I don't, am I crazy? Like, what do they do? I don't see what they do. Like, what, you go to jail? They shut you down? Like, I think they're evil, but they've never done that. The only time they did that was Big House, right? Okay, let's look at the things they've canceled. The only things they ever tried, I mean, they tried to cancel Evo, and you saw how that went. I'm just saying, we won that one quick. Because I think ultimately, when it comes down to it, I think we're, like, if they do something, I think, like, the Smash World Tour, I think that stuff's a little deeper, and I still don't really know what happened. And I think mostly it could have been because it was called Smash World Tour. It can go even as something, I don't know. I've heard different stories, and I don't know. It seems all like a shit show, man. I think it was more than just that. I could be wrong. Because every time TOs or someone talk to me about this, I sit there and I talk to them, and then by minute 30, I don't care. And I think it's just because I have really bad ADD. So I've heard it many times, but I always stop listening. Because that's not my level of expertise. And I just don't care. I think, Blur, this is what we do. We just fight. We just do something until they do something. And then we go from there. I don't know. I think at worst, me and HBox go protest in front of their building, and we go on a hunger strike, and we chain ourselves to the door. What are they gonna do? Have you seen HBox when he goes skinny? He looks sickly. Imagine HBox loses 20 pounds in the front. He's gonna look disgusting. They're gonna have to cave. They're gonna be like, ugh. I am on team. Let them do something. I am team. We gotta fuck around and find out. Somebody get the chart. I think we just gotta fuck around and find out. And once we fuck around and find out what they do, and like, this might not be the best advice. I'm not claiming, I don't know the legal stuff and like potential of like getting sued. I don't know any of that. But in my head, I think you just gotta see what they're gonna do. Like, it just like, it seems like a bluff, but like, in my head, like, it's just such bad publicity for them. Like, nobody wants that. If you're like me and you've been part of Melee for a long time, it just seems like this will never end, right? And they're always gonna try to, you know, do some shit. I think we just end it. We just fucking see what happens. Because otherwise, we're gonna be in Melee next year, and then it's gonna happen again, and then it always kills the vibe, and then we have to sit here with our dicks in our hands every year, and then it's like, unless maybe, not that I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, because I will never, ever, ever give them the benefit of the doubt ever again, because why the fuck would I? But maybe, you know, the licensing's not that bad, and maybe it's easy to get, and maybe it works out fine. I don't think that's the case, and I don't see why anybody should believe that that's the case. Maybe it's fine. Maybe there's a world, but I don't think that's the case. So I think we just see what happens. I think everybody just lives on. And I think if like a TO got boned and like lost a bunch of money, I think as a community we would make sure they, you know, weren't boned. I like to imagine if the Blur lost 785,000, we would at least, you know, shoot them like 300K. Like, you know, Blur, we did what we could. Here you go. Like, I think we would do that. I think I'm team, we gotta fuck around. We fuck around, find out. Everything else has been said and done, and it's just a game of chicken, and I don't know. At worst, you just lose every Melee streamer and we get shadow banned, but then I come back, you know, like on Kick, and then we do it again. So I think that's all I really have to say on it. It's the same shit. What else can we say? I think that's where I'm at. Good thing is I don't care about Melee right now, so these next 3 months is not my fight, but I will be supporting from the sideline with my little flag. The thing is, like, what can I do? I'm always like, Mango, maybe I should use you guys for positive, and I'm like, I can't do shit. But I'm like that with everything. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck can I do? Like, what is little man gonna do, you know? Apparently, you know, it's my fault that Trump was elected, and I could have used my influence for Trump not to be elected, so maybe I have more power than I think. In my head, I think Trump was winning that election every time. I don't know what Mango could have done to really prevent that, and I don't understand what I could have done, and I think about that once in a while. So maybe I have more power. So we'll end this with, you know, a fuck Nintendo. I pray that licensing's not that hard, and hopefully, you know, I mean, the good thing is Jansen's is happening. I think a lot of our big, you know, tournaments do have licensing, and if that's the case, we should be fine. Dude, I did show my tattoo at Big House. Look at that. You know, I was supposed to win a bunch of tournaments, and then this would be my guy. And then I just stopped playing and didn't win a tournament. It could still happen, though. It could still happen. Look, I'm team fuck Nintendo. Look. I'm not even one to, like, you know, show off my tattoos. I'm as fuck Nintendo as anybody else. But there's also a point when you realize you just... What can you do sometimes, you know? They never said. Well, they don't say anything. Whenever they post PR shit, it's always like... Here's what I think. They always word things so dumb people like me can't understand it. And I'm like, what does that even mean? And maybe it's not supposed to mean anything, but I'm always like, what are they saying? Just like... So I can't... What does that mean? I'm always like, I don't get it. Am I the only one who's like, I don't get it? I can't be the only one. I'm just like, I don't get it. For students to host a game tournament using Nintendo games as part of their school's charity activities, the school to which the student belongs must make a separate application to Nintendo to obtain permission to conduct game tournament. So you still need permission? Even if you're doing a charity? Okay. So there's HBox's church idea. What if, hear me out, instead of that, we just start a school. Like, you know, Old School, the movie? And then we just start our own school. Or we just become part of someone's school somewhere. You realize how absurd it is that we're talking about starting a school or becoming a church so that we can play Super Smash Bros. Melee. Just think about that for one fucking second. And tell me this isn't the stupidest shit you've ever fucking heard in your whole fucking life. Like, just think about it. It's fucking stupid. What we have to do. And the thing is, I'm kind of down. I'm like, dude, I just, like, I hate Melee more than anyone else. I fucking played this game, and you know, but it's just like, it's just is it that deep? So I think, you know, support your Melee tournaments if you can. Support your Melee streamers. I honestly think it'll be fine until the day that, like, we have a tournament actually shut down. Like, the day that I go to, like, you know, insert tournament, and I get there, and they're like, you cannot play. I'll be like, until that day, I just, you know, until that day, I don't believe anything. I don't believe anything.